sprinkles on my drive in, but then it was out of here, Allison.
Right. So few sprinkles that you could almost just count how many hit your windshield as you're driving out and about. But throughout the rest of this evening and this afternoon, we still could see a couple of those minor sprinkles out there. Right now happening more prominently in Butler County, but even still, not a washout by any means. Riley Township, you're getting a good little sprinkle right now. We've got some light rain approaching Monroe. Areas around Hamilton and Fairfield also seeing some light rain. As these showers move closer to the metro, they're kind of starting to fall apart. So for the most part, things are just kind of cloudy outside for us. If you're heading out to the Reds game tonight, plan on temperatures in the 70s. That cloud cover is going to stick around throughout the rest of the game. And then as we get to post-game, temperatures falling down to the 60s. Sunshine on the way, though. I'll show you how quickly that returns for us coming up. Cherie? All right, I'll probably notice a sprinkle or two hitting your windshield on your drives, right? Nothing that I think is going to have a huge impact on any plans out there this afternoon, but still something to let you know about. We do have a couple sprinkles throughout Butler County here now, as well as a few sprinkles over toward portions of Hamilton County, but a lot of that's starting to wrap up, even though we do have a little bit of rain that's started to make its way out of Fairfield down to Forest Park. Green Hills also seeing some light rainfall, some really light rain moving out of Riley Township now, and then into Hamilton County. Other than what's happening on the northern half of the 275 loop, it's pretty quiet out there for us here throughout much of the Cincinnati metro and then areas of northern Kentucky as well. So far, still looking to be pretty quiet outside. Not ruling out the chance of a sprinkle here for the next few hours this evening, but for the most part, we'll stay dry, just cloudy. That cloud cover is going to stick around for a bit, but eventually high pressure moves in tomorrow, which helps to clear any of the remaining cloud cover out of here, brings that sunshine back, and it looks gorgeous for the rest of the week. 74 right now in Cincinnati. Temperatures are sitting around 69 in Loveland. We have 70 in Hamilton, and the rest of this evening still stays cloudy with that chance of an isolated sprinkle, and temperatures staying in the 70s for the most part this evening. As we head into the next couple of days, we are going to see that sunshine returning tomorrow. That's going to stick around for the vast majority of the work week. But our temperatures, too, start to warm up. So as we head into the next couple of mornings, once we get to the middle of the week, most of those are going to be spent in the 60s, a mild start to every day. And then our afternoons, too, eventually creeping their way back into the 80s here for a few days this afternoon, or this week. Once we get to this weekend, we've got a little bit of rain to talk about. Not a ton. I still think a lot of the weekend ends up dry, but there is going to be the chance, at least as we're wrapping up the weekend, to see some rainfall out there. So, excuse me, for the next few hours, we'll still see some clouds. That's going to stick around for the rest of the evening. Tomorrow, though, waking up nice and sunny outside. A little bit breezy at times tomorrow, but overall still looks to be a gorgeous day with temperatures reaching into the upper 70s, close to 80 for some. And then after that, as we head into Wednesday, I mean, looks just as gorgeous on Wednesday, too. Take your pick to get some outside time in this week. If the kids are already out of school and they're hanging around the house for this upcoming week, plenty of opportunity to get them outside, to take them to the pool, to if they've got summer camp this upcoming week, all of that still looks to be really nice. No issues in terms of any sort of rain to tell you about for the work week, at least. This upcoming weekend, as I mentioned, there is that chance of some rainfall starting on Sunday. Looks right now to be closer to Sunday evening, and then as we kick off next week, some of that rain is going to return back with us here by the time we get to Monday. Tomorrow night, if you're heading out to the Reds game, I mentioned that chance of a breeze, a little bit breezy, especially coming in from the ballpark, closer to about 10 to 15 mile per hour breezes throughout the game, but overall, still looks really nice for the Reds. Guys?
Allison.
But for the most part, it's pretty quiet across the Cincinnati area here tonight. So if anytime you just had some sprinkles move through, this is really something that if you're driving on the interstate or any of these roads, you might see a couple of raindrops on your windshield. Otherwise, it's pretty quiet and calm outside for the rest of the evening. Of course, yes, cloudy out there for sure. That cloud cover sticks around tonight. Over on 50, you can see some sprinkles there, kind of between Newtown and up by Terrace Park areas, just to the south and west of Milford, seeing a little bit of rainfall, some light sprinkles rolling through. Not going to last too long, though. Things are going to start to quiet down for us here for a little while. We'll still see temperatures in the 70s for the rest of this evening. I do think there's at least a chance of a sprinkle through the evening time frame, but otherwise tomorrow we'll start to see some high pressure moving in, and that's going to help keep the sky just looking gorgeous all day long on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, even Friday. It looks really nice throughout this entire week. So if the kids have camp, great weather for that. If you have any plans happening this week, going out to the pool after work or anything like that, should be plenty of opportunities to get out and enjoy. 74 right now in Cincinnati. Temperatures are sitting at 70 in Hamilton. Again, just a little bit cool thanks to the sprinkles. Areas of Kentucky that didn't see as much in terms of any light rainfall. looking at temperatures in the upper 70s, a little bit closer to 80 for some spots. But this evening looks really nice. If you're heading out to the ballpark, good night for some baseball for sure. Temperatures staying in the 70s for a few hours here. By 8 o'clock, we'll be down to about 71. That means by the time the game starts to wrap up, plan on temperatures falling down into the 60s. And this upcoming week, I mean, it looks great outside. Our average high this time of year should be right around 79. We'll be there tomorrow afternoon. And then we slowly start to stair step our way back into the mid 80s. And this is my kind of pool weather as we get into the second half of the week. But if you don't mind upper 70s, low 80s, the next 2 days will be really great too to get out to the pool, maybe take the kids down to a splash pad or just enjoying some time outside in general. Looks great. 86 by the time we get to Friday, and then Saturday still topping out around 85 degrees. Still looks like we'll see some sunshine for the first half of this upcoming weekend. Then rain chances try to return starting toward the end of the weekend. So for tomorrow, we'll wake up with sunshine outside. Looks like a gorgeous sunny day all day long on Tuesday. Wednesday is going to be very similar as well. And then after that, I mean, we've got your pick of when you want to get outside and enjoy the weather. So whether you're heading out to a Reds game next couple of nights, still looks to be gorgeous outside for all of that. And then Thursday, actually marking our first 9 o'clock sunset. So that sun's going to be setting a little bit later on Thursday night. I feel like that's something I've definitely noticed over the last week or so, that sunset just keeps getting pushed back a little bit more. Friday, 86, some sunshine expected Saturday, and then as we get into Sunday,